Hermitcraft Season 8 just ended with a bang, and if you clicked on this video, you probably already know why and how all of it happened. But there are still tons of questions. Is there gonna be a central shopping district in the next season? How long is it gonna be? And most importantly, when is it gonna start? You'll hear my take on all of that right now. The Moon story recap. Most of you watching this will already know about the whole Hermitcraftmoon thing, so if you do, skip to this time. If you don't, you'll get a brief recap. So, about a month before the season ended, the hermits noticed that the moon was getting bigger, and in a matter of days, other unusual things like earthquakes, random slow falling, jump boost and levitation effects, and floating blocks started to occur, and it soon became clear that this was all due to the moon coming closer. This was all a neat little story, but it was very predictable, and in hindsight, I should have noticed much earlier that the season would be ending so soon. The real plot twist was revealed at the end of Rants and Dogs episodes, and it was better than a lot of plot twists of real movies, at least in my opinion. Hermitcraft Season 8 was just a simulation. On the way to planet HC8, where the actual Season 8 was planned to take place, as Season 8 was simulated in the hermits' brains to keep them entertained. But the virus infected the system, which led to Ren and Dog being asked to build a series of buildings, starting with Power Node 1, which apparently helped to buy them a bit more time in one way or another, and the whole moon thing was just to deactivate the simulation. Hermitcraft 8 or 9? Now that you know that the latest season was only a simulation, you are probably pretty confused, and you might think that the next season is gonna be called Season 8 as well. But I think that it's in fact gonna be Season 9 anyway, just to prevent confusion. So I think it could play out in two scenarios. Either they just call it Season 9 and ignore the little continuity error, if you wanna call it that, or as a way cooler option, they could pick up on the problem and continue the storyline. I personally think the second option is more likely, and the fact that in the episodes of Ren and Dog you can see how the virus is still on the spaceship and not dead could be involved in the storyline. And although I can't quite think of a way to continue the story, I'm sure the hermits will be able to come up with something as great as the Season 8 moon story. Or not Season 8, Season 7.5. I'm confused. Shopping district? Yes or no? Season 8 has also been a bit of an experimental season, in the way that the hermits tried out a lot of new things, like the proximity voice chat mod, the use of custom textures, and most interestingly to me, the removal of a central shopping district. So I'm asking myself, which of these new things are gonna stay? I think this one is definitely gonna stay just because it brought the interaction on the server to another level, and I literally can't think of any negative side of it. Then the custom textures. They are at least equally as great as the voice chat, and without them some of my favorite shenanigans would not even have been possible. Tango's tree and bedrock trolls, as well as Mambo's sports horses and the whole derpcoin thing are just a few of them. The one thing I'm not so sure about is if there's gonna be a central shopping district. At the start of Season 8 or 7.5 or something, I was rather unhappy about there not being a central shopping district. But as the season progressed, I learned to love all the little shopping empires and their conflicts between each other, as well as the fact that hermits had to unintentionally tour different parts of the server while on their shopping sprees. The only thing I missed in the last season was the initial investment that you had to make in Season 7 by buying your land. But I would also love to hear your take on that in the comments. Personally, I would prefer to not see a central shopping district, but only a central place where every hermit has to pay for every item they sell. Yes, you heard right. They should pay for the amount of different items they sell. I think this is a good idea because with lots of smaller empires there's probably not such a big space problem, and paying for items could encourage hermits to build epic shops for every item they sell. Like in Scar's terraforming wagon that was unfortunately never finished, which I would prefer to something like the G-train that sold dozens of items in a train that was pretty small for Hermitcraft. I also think that with high enough prices this could lead to different shopping empires selling different items, instead of each of them selling every item that's any profitable. All in all, I think the different empires could accomplish incredible things in a longer season. And on that note, how long is the season gonna last and when is it gonna start? Well, for this one I'm pretty positive and I'm just gonna keep it short and simple. I think the next season is gonna start very soon, because the last one was very short and there's no big collaborative project going on for most hermits right now. It's the complete opposite from Season 7, where a pretty long season ended and Third Life was played by a lot of the hermits when it ended. So I think this season could even start before 2022. Regarding the season length, I've got a very similar opinion. I think after the shortest season ever, most of the hermits are pretty keen on building mega bases again and having a long and eventful season. Most importantly, of course, they need a war. Cause let's be honest, a Hermitcraft season without a war hasn't felt right since the era before Green. But that aside, I'm extremely hyped for the next season at the moment, and I think it could potentially even be the first season that lasts over 2 years. But we'll see. Thank you for watching this video. Please leave a comment as to how I could improve my videos, like if you liked it, and subscribe for more videos. And also encourage you to check out my own Minecraft Let's Play, and of course, watch Hermitcraft.